Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives Potomac, Season 10, Episode 4. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So we're still at the Preakness, and Tia and Ashley have a little back and forth because Tia thought it was rude of Ashley to invite Wendy and Giselle over to her house. Like, it's one thing if you were inviting them, but you're inviting them with two other ladies that are in y'all group that weren't invited. And Tia says, yeah, I said it was rude, but that was more of tongue in cheek. And, it was like a side off comment. I wasn't saying you were rude, but it was a side off comment. So she was like, I'm gonna need you to keep up with this. This is just how I talk. And that it was a whole bunch of back and forth. And Tia also let you know, if I was gonna be rude to you, I will let you know. I apologize. I said I didn't mean it that way, and I don't know why you're struggling to comprehend. I added that little bit at the end. It's like, I said I'm sorry. I said my comment was tongue-in-cheek. I explained to you what tongue-in-cheek is, and you still trying to have a problem with me. And I am so glad and appreciative that Tia was like letting her know. She didn't just sit there for a minute, let it fester, then go to different people in the group, then to get back to Ashley, and then something start all over again. No, I said it was rude, but that was a more tongue-in-cheek thing. It's like, I want to. It could be rude to, like, we all in this group, we all friends, and you invite these two over here, and we just sitting there like, oh, so, okay, I guess we not part of the cool crew, and then you expect me the next time I see you be smiling all up in your face? But I did appreciate her getting Ashley together, because Ashley and Giselle have a tendency to do things like this, and then the newer girls apologize, and Tia was like, when I'm rude, you'll know I'm rude. So I'm going to need you to keep up. I said it was not rude. It was a tongue-in-cheek comment. I've apologized. I don't know why you're not getting it. See, she shows up. She's happy. She's engaged, even though they're in counseling. But, they're planning their wedding. I do think that they should do some type of counseling to get to the bottom of some things. Because it is looking like, from what I remember, y'all know I did not watch. I watched last season, but I did not review last season. So I'm just going off the top of my dome. But it was seeming like her dude was in a relationship and already had a baby with this young lady, and he kind of like swooped over there with Jossie, but still going back to the mother of his child, and she ended up getting pregnant again, all while being with Jossie, and Jossie tried to play it off like that wasn't it. Then somehow we got to what position her fiance plays against what position Angel Husband plays. Now they said something about a 10-year starter. Now y'all, I don't know anything about the sports. It wasn't until like a few years ago that I actually watched a full football game, and I still do not know all of the rules and whatnot. So could y'all please, because I really don't care enough, but I am wondering just a little bit, like, what does that mean, a 10-year starter? I would like to know. For whatever reason, Wendy and Stacy thought it was shade, and I was cackling the whole time. I was like, I don't know, is that shade? Because again, I don't know sports like that for real. But, Jossie's back. And I know last episode I was like, I couldn't figure out. It was something about Jossie that was like, I was side-eyeing. It's like she's putting on airs. Maybe she's trying to be like she's too bougie. Like, this is the life I live, and I'm so this and I'm so that. That's the energy that I get from Jossie. And it's like, it seems like she's putting on. And maybe that's just me. I don't know the girl, but that's what it's seeming like on this show. Y'all, there is issues from the jump on their trip to Nevis. One, Joss, she is a last-minute invite, so she is being stuck at the back of the plane. But I'm be like, me personally, I'd be like, a free trip is a free trip. I'm just a friend of, and I'm not really getting paid like that for real. And if you're going to give me a free plane ticket out of the country, or ooh, free plane ticket anywhere, I'm going to appreciate it. But like, yeah, she was in the back of the plane. They was waiting on her for like an extra long time. It was like the cleaning crew had already came on. Now, like sometimes when I'm on an airplane and like they're like getting off, you see the cleaning room kind of coming on, but like that's only was like a handful of people still left. Like maybe we see the flight attendant. No, it wasn't the flight. It wasn't the cleaning crew. My bad. I apologize. It was the flight attendants just sitting down and looking around and all that other stuff. But they was sitting on that van. And the clock was a ticking, and she had not get up. I'm like, I've been at the back of the plane one time. Would not recommend it. No, not even a little bit. Because even in the back of the plane, even though I don't like recline my chair because I don't want to be in somebody's lap like that for real. But like in the back of the plane, you really cannot move that seat at all, and I just don't like it. Not even a little bit. Do not recommend. But anyways, Angel. She is almost denied entry into the island because she has camouflage luggage, which is illegal even for kids. And I'm like, see, I always try to look up all the rules of flying and everything, and it was in bold print, no camouflage. And for whatever reason, she either didn't look or just didn't remember or just didn't care. So now she got to stuff her stuff, her luggage and all that stuff into Tia's bag. Very glad they even let you into the country, y'all. When I'm telling you, every time I fly, I am worried that they gonna come on there and be like, hey, you, Lady T, would you please give up your seat so A, B, C, and D can sit down and have your spot? I don't want that to happen because I don't want nothing to jump off. I just want to, get on the plane and everything be cool. I'm nervous about everything that is happening when it comes to flying. So I'm always, okay, I can't have this, I can't have that. I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that. Like, the very first time I flew, this side note, y'all, because this wasn't really nothing. After I got my ticket at the ticket booth, at the counter, I went to one of the little stores, and I got me something to drink, and I got me some snacks. I don't know why that lady, I guess it wasn't really her business, but she waited till I rung up my stuff. It was like, oh, you can't take that behind TSA. And I'm like, why would y'all have this store out here selling drinks before TSA? But I guess it could be when you getting off the plane, you want something to drink. But anyways, I had to give my drink to my husband so I can go through TSA, only to go to another store to buy another drink. But anyways, rules, yeah. Then we talking about did Angel want Jossie to come on the trip or not? Now Jossie and Kiara is going back and forth, and somehow Wendy didn't caught her straight because Jossie was like, well, Kiara, you was over here talking about Wendy, and we found out that Kieran has been had an issue with Wendy, not as of recent, but like it's been going back 6 months. So now Wendy's like, so this ain't got nothing to do with me. You've been had an issue with me, and you have yet to bring it up to me. You was smiling in my face all this time up until recent when the camera started rolling. Now you got an issue with me? I'm like, okay. How is it that Stacy is a full-time housewife, and when she gets to her room, she just got a plain robe? There's no embroidery on the robe. There's no embroidery on her cosmetics bag. There is no special note. But Jossie, a last-minute invite, got all of the things. Now, let Giselle tell it, and she has all the nerve gall, and I'm looking at myself on the screen when I should be looking at the camera. I know better. I've been doing this for a minute, so what is wrong with me? Anyways, looking at y'all. Giselle has her nerve gall and audacity to sit here and say that she doesn't really know Stacy. She doesn't know anything about her, so therefore you do not get the luxury of an embroidery on your robe or embroidery on your cosmetic bag. You do not get a special note from me. And I'm like, Giselle, it was only 2 years ago when we found out that you had a sister. What we know about Giselle is she has 3 beautiful daughters who have all gone off to college. She was married to Jamal Bryant, who cheated on her, and I'm gonna say allegedly because it seemed like it was true. She said it, but I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't want nobody coming for me. And it was alleged that he was having babies on you. We know that your daddy was like a civil rights activist. We know he passed away, but we don't know anything about Giselle. Nothing about Giselle. Okay, I guess we know that she built this house and she put two houses together to make one. She has a very interesting choice in decorating, but we don't know anything about you. But you got the nerve and all the audacity to say, well, I didn't get her any embroidery on her stuff because I don't know anything about her. Just say, I'm going to need you to sit down. I guess since there's nothing to talk about, we're going to discuss whether Angel was altering her pictures on social media with filters. Now, I'm going to sit here and say this myself. That did not look like her in that picture. She looked a lot skinnier. And this is coming from somebody whose weight has fluctuated a lot in this last year. And I'm like, that don't look like her. But, like, then again, like, I don't look like me. Well, I don't look like I did, like, 2-3 months ago. I was a lot bigger because I was on a lot more medication that made me eat a lot more. But, like, that's no longer. But, like, those pictures look like a totally different person. It's one thing to where you, like, change, like, the lighting of a picture. And you be like, ooh, I don't like, I something's going on. And I got, like, this, this pimple right here. I can do a little something to get rid of it. But this looks like a totally different person. So now now Wendy's catching yet another story. Like, some people are insecure because Wendy went out here and got a mommy makeover. She's insecure. It's like, no, I had my kids. I want my body back. It's not nothing but insecurity. It's like, I want to look good in these clothes that I got. Now, side note, there was a time back in the day I was like, ooh, I didn't want to, I don't like exercising to this day. And I was like, I wonder, like, these people be going out here and be getting all these, like, surgeries. And I'm like, that look like it's painful. So, yeah, I'm going to just stick with the way I look. But, like, I have nothing against anybody who wants to if they want to make their body look better, by all means. I just have an issue when you do certain things and it look like you had some work done. I think it should look natural. You shouldn't have doggone it, like, toothpick, legs and thighs, but a big old, basketball butt. That don't look right. Like, I need them to perfect the procedures to make it look proportional, to make it look like it's supposed to look, and not ridiculous. And I'm gonna need you to go to a board certified plastic surgeon, and not just a plastic surgeon. That's just a little side note. That's how I feel on the things. So at the dinner table, the ladies are eating, and I'm loving that Stacy, she is not letting it just roll off her back these little side comments that Giselle and Ashley have made about her. It's like, y'all hold the standards to me that I need to show who I am and I need to be accountable, when neither one of you are accountable for anything. And I'm like, I'm so glad that she is saying these things. Like, they all up in her business about the relationships and she's in or may or may not be in. And, like, we know nothing about you. She been busting Giselle out like, you going out with this dude. His name is A, B, C, and D. And you don't talk about it. You ain't got nothing to say. But I can understand, because the last time she brought a serious boyfriend over here, Monique, went and let everybody know what he was out here doing, and that man was like, I'm not here for this. I'm gone. I don't want you no more. And then the next time you had a relationship on here, it was Jamal, which we thought was fake. Then you had that young man on here last season, which we thought was fake. And then Ashley sitting there talking about something. Stacey, she just won't come clean about what she got going on in her life. I'm like, Ashley, I'm going to need you to sit all the way down. You needed this energy with Michael and what he was doing, everything under the sun, to embarrass you in your relationship. But you talk about something she needs to be open. Oh my goodness. I'm like, and then Ashley's like, well, I heard from my friend that you was out here trying to get with Chris Samuels. Then I'm going to pause right here. And this is why I don't have an issue with this. Mainly because, one, does she know Monique? She was not on the show when Monique was on the show married to Chris. Monique and Chris have separated. They have divorced. They are no longer a couple. So whoever he gets with, he can get with. And whoever wants to get with him can get with him. They don't know each other like that. But they try to make it seem like it's something. And it's not. It's like, you heard this. You always going about, well, I heard this. Anybody can say, I heard this, and it's not just because you say it don't mean it's true. We can say that, but a lot of things that Giselle has said, and a lot of things that you have said, but that don't make it true. And Stacey is just sitting there like, okay, this is what we do it, and I'm glad that Stacey, even though she's like seems like she's like non-confrontational and she's just gonna let things roll off her back. I am enjoying that she is getting Ashley and Giselle together, like the two people who do not discuss anything that's going on in their life. They keep it very surface. Ashley, how are you and Micah doing? Oh, we're doing better than ever. Even though, like, 15 minutes ago, he was caught with somebody in the hotel room, but y'all doing better than ever. Just how you doing things in your life? Well, Ashley, what was the color of that dress that you was wearing the other day? That was lovely. No, she would cut it off. That was just. If I left anything out, by all means, a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face was in a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and you share it with your people, and they can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.